Hello, and welcome to the first DanPlays of 2025. Back after a little bit of a hiatus, and back with a new webcam that I'm testing out for the first time on, you know, this kind of video with this one. Um, and of course, I have one of the greats from the PlayStation 1 era, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, one of the most popular of the Castlevania franchise, and a game that came along really during the peak of early 3D gaming during the PS1 and Nintendo 64 era, and really kind of proved that 2D platforming was not dead. It was still a viable type of game, and of course, as the quote unquote first of the Metroidvania type of game. Sometimes it's credited as that at least, and proving that viability, it did kind of pave the way for other Metroidvanias, such as Hollow Knight, just as one somewhat more recent example of popular games in that style. Um, I would say that Metroidvania, I think, really is kind of a misnomer. Really, it should just be Metroid style, I think, because really all of the gameplay elements and the sort of general style, the layout of the game, etc., really is strictly from Metroid, and specifically Super Metroid in this game. What it took from the previous Castlevania games really was style and sort of overall theme, the gothic horror theme, and certainly some of the back story and lore and all of that. But as far as gameplay style, it really is straight out of Metroid. And you could also argue that it's not the first Castlevania game to be a Metroidvania, quote unquote, because really you could actually say that Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest on NES, really was the first in that franchise in that style. And even past the Metroid games as forerunners stylistically, there are others. There was before Symphony of the Night, there was on Game Boy Dr. Franken, which was kind of a Metroidvania before Symphony of the Night that even had the gothic horror setting and horror characters. And in overall style, you could really even kind of go back as far as Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns on Atari 2600, as far back as that system. But yeah, what was that, 1982, I think, was Pitfall 2, and that kind of laid the groundwork for what would become the Metroidvania style. Um, so this, again, a great classic game that kind of reproved the viability of 2D platform action gaming, um, and kind of set it up for future games in that style. Again, going forward, even today, to Hollow Knight, Infernax, The Messenger. Just to name a few offhand, a few great ones. So yeah, an important game. In some ways, its influence might be a bit overstated, but yeah, it is still a great classic. Beautiful game in terms of art direction as well. Just the visuals, the music, not so much the voice acting. You'll see what I mean if you haven't played it before, and probably a lot of people that are watching this video have played this. But at any rate, let's get into it. We'll start a new file here. This will be a multi-part thing. This is a longer game, so I'm guessing, I don't know, probably at least 4 parts, I would think, to get through this. Wow, that just fit. I didn't have to thrill house it. For my drink du jour, I've got a little bit of the bubbly cherry. Which I actually forget. I did a couple years ago. I did a bubbly review on Dan's All Drinks Considered. I don't remember if it was the cherry flavor or not. But the cherry is my favorite of the bubbly flavors. I would definitely say that. I am joined by Tabby here as well. Actually, with this somewhat wider webcam picture I have, you can see her here. So you ready to enter the castle? Alright, so the first little introductory stage here, you control Richter Belmont, and this is basically a recreation, a reenactment of, even though they title the stage Bloodlines, it's actually a reenactment of, like, the end of Castlevania Rondo of Blood. I don't know how it compares to the Dracula X version, because I've actually not played either of those games, Rondo of Blood or the Super Nintendo kind of modified version of it. Dracula X, I actually have not played either of those, unfortunately. A lot of the other games in the Metroidvania style in the series I have to catch up on too. I do have the Advanced Collection. Well, I actually have Circle of the Moon on Game Boy Advance, but I more recently picked up the Switch Collection, the Advanced Collection that has Circle of the Moon, Aria of Sorrow, and well, a third one anyway. And I actually have a pre-order on the physical copy of the DS collection that's coming out for Switch. I guess it is out digitally on Switch already, but I have a pre-order on the physical version. I think the Dominus collection they're calling it, but it's 3 of the DS games. So looking forward to playing those at some point. And I still have to like finish Hollow Knight. I actually just got a copy of The Messenger, which is kind of a hybrid Ninja Gaiden, then Metroidvania style game. So that it's a predecessor to Sea of Stars, not the same genre, but anyway, classic dialogue's
by
easier.
my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
There it is.
But enough talk. Have at you.
So yeah, the voice acting is not all that great in this game. Some of it's fine, but yeah, I always thought, especially the Dracula versus Richter voices, it's kind of like too much effort versus too little effort. Like they blew out their budget um, on like an over enthusiastic Shakespearean professional actor for Dracula, and then they didn't have enough budget left over to hire somebody for Richter, so they got the janitor to be him. There, die, monster! You don't belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I am once again given flesh. I was brought here by humans. Like one trying not hard enough, one trying way too hard. Basically. Some of the voices are okay. I like the voice of Alucard, who we play most of the game as. He's fine. He's kind of stoic, but he's kind of supposed to be. You can't actually lose this little intro battle, incidentally. If you do lose all of your health, Maria shows up and like charges you up, so you become invincible. You can finish the fight that way. There is also a password, a code where you can play through the game, the entire game as Richter. We'll not be using that for this playthrough, but you can do it. And I think the Sega Saturn version, as much as this is kind of associated with being a classic PlayStation 1 game, from what I've heard, and I've never played it, I never had a Saturn or anything, but it seems that the Saturn version of this game is actually the better version. I think it has some different, some extra music tracks, if I recall correctly, and I think it actually has like a code where you can play as Maria also. So it actually has more features on the Saturn, from what I've heard. Maybe someday I'll find a Saturn. I kind of doubt it at this point. But, yeah, I'm trying to save my cross, so I can use that on the second floor. I can never figure out what he said there, incidentally. Yeah, I accidentally, like, standing on his sprite, so there's Maria to charge me up. There is also a password, a code where you can play through the game, the entire game as Richter. We'll not be using that for this playthrough, but you can do it. And I think the Sega Saturn version, I think it has some different, some extra music tracks, if I recall correctly, and I think it actually has more features on the Saturn version. So it actually has more features on the Saturn. But yeah, I could never figure out what Dracula was saying, and I could never figure out what Maria was saying there. Like, I got from Dracula, playtime's over, but what does he say after that? Like, land speed, ho? What does that mean? And I could never figure out what Maria said. It's like something something, feel your strength, or I don't know. If anybody knows, put it in the comments. I've never heard like a clean audio, I don't think,
No, it cannot be!
of those lines. That I got. No, this cannot be! What do you think? Brought back from the grave by the dark priest Shaft. I hear that cat Shaft is a bad mother. And I'm sure I'll make that joke again whenever we actually get to the part where you fight Shaft. I hear the dark priest Shaft is a sex machine to all the chicks. So yeah, for the rest of the game, we're playing as Alucard, Dracula's son. In case you're wondering, Alucard is Dracula backwards. Kind of like when Johnny Stamboli was Relic in TNA wrestling. Like every Relic was Rellik. It was Killer backwards. And in case you didn't notice that, like 3 times per match, whenever he was on camera, the announcers would point out that Relic is Killer backwards. It was like a part of his name, basically. Alright. So we'll start out with like our best weapons, like the Alucard sword and stuff like that. And pretty quickly they'll be taken away. Ah, zombies! They're pretty as a picture. Ooh, what's that? Sounds funny. So yeah, in a few rooms, death will show up, and level up already. And we'll lose our good equipment. But yeah, it kind of gives you a little preview, like it starts you out with some of the most powerful stuff. You can get some wall meat right here. This room is actually like a mirror of a room in Castlevania 1, towards the beginning. There's actually a hidden door right here, but there's like a weird thing where you have to go through that rock formation up top, halfway as a wolf, and then you like have to transform into a bat and go through the rest of it. So we can't do that yet because we have to get those powers to do that. But yeah, I think the jewel sword is in that hidden room there, if I remember right. And I'm just like I'm slashing the candles from force of habit, but you actually have to get an item to get things to drop from those candles. Just get more wall meat there. Here we go. Voice actor for Death is pretty good.
Ah, Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals? I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
What? That's kind of like the meme line that Alucard has. What? Yeah, you have some nice impaled bodies in the background as a reference to the real Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. So yeah, all we can do now is punch. We're with an empty inventory now, other than like the wall meat we picked up, and I think they give you a potion to start with, and a neutron bomb. But you get some starter equipment pretty quickly. Ah. Who punches a skeleton anyway? So yeah, that first skeleton always drops the short sword, so now we have something to work with. And I think there's a save room right here, so we'll use that. Oh no, that's not a save room. This is the save room right here. And I should actually look up how to do the spells, the like special moves that Alucard can do. Um, you can buy scrolls that like put the combinations, the button combos in your spell inventory, but we might as well just learn these real quick. So there's summon spirit. Here's the Hellfire teleport. And you can actually do two versions of that. You can do the more powerful one that there. I might not have enough mana to actually do it twice in a row. But yeah, you can do like the three smaller fireballs with two big fireballs. What's the next one? Dark Metamorphosis is. That's like actually a healing move if you're fighting enemies that bleed. Here's Tetra Spirit. And I think that's. I don't know if we have enough mana to actually do Soul Steal at this point. No, we don't. So we'll wait to do that. But yeah, that just unlocked a bunch of them. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, the Red Rust is a two-handed sword. It's actually stronger than the short sword we're using, but certain enemies it can't damage, including, I think, these skeletons we're fighting in the beginning. And it also sometimes randomly sticks in its scabbard and mute swings, so it's not really worth using the Red Rust. We'll stick with the katana, and there's actually a knife that you can get fairly soon, the Basilard, I think it's called. And that I might actually switch to when we get it, because even though it's a little bit weaker than the short sword, it has a faster attack, so you can actually do more damage with it. It doesn't have as long a reach as the short sword either, but it might be worth using anyway. There's my shield. So they do kind of start you out in a little bit of a linear area where you get a bunch of items that'll help you in the beginning of the game. So, well designed, definitely. And again, beautiful art direction on this. Like, just look at the backgrounds. You know, the music is pretty too. Yeah, beautiful game. It really is. So you can, if you have an axe, you can actually throw the axe to knock the skeleton down below out on top of the button for that elevator. But you can also get to it by going, like, making a big loop around. So we'll leave that alone for now. And I think there's a hidden room down here. It's funny how much you remember. I haven't played this in a while. This is a game I go back to every so often, but it's been a few years. There's a sub-weapon, the knife. I'm trying to remember. I think if you get hit by the drops he spits, I think you get poisoned, if I remember right. I'm not going to try it. But yeah, we can actually... There, the puzzle of sorts there. You can push that box over and then put the spikes back up and then get hit by an axe, and then you can get over here. And I think you get something here. I forget what it is. Oh, the cape. I like the cape items because they actually change your sprite's color. The cape on your sprite, so now we have a fashionable brown cape, which is the weakest one, other than not wearing a cape, but a little bit of extra protection anyway. Towards the beginning especially, you don't want to avoid enemies so much, just because you want to level up as much as you can. Save room. You kind of want to use, obviously, the save rooms just whenever you come by them, because they fully heal you. Okay. Got him. Alright, so I'm going to stick with the axe. We can't go this way yet. You have to get an item to unlock that door. I think that way goes to maybe the chapel area. But we'll have to come back. Oh, this is actually the first boss already. Slagra and Gabon, I believe. So I'm out of axe power now. Fight this guy. This is what we have. So I'm gonna see if I can get that Tetra Spirit spell off here. That'll do some damage. Ooh. Yeah, fortunately, even when he spits the big fireballs, you can actually still block those, theoretically, with your shield. Get another Tetra Spirit going here. Ooh. Yeah, no, that'll do it. Nice. Yeah, eventually we do find an item that shows the names of the different enemies on screen, which I never really understood why you needed an item for that. Like, that kind of seems like it should just be, you know, something you have from the beginning. So yeah, this elevator takes us down to a few items. Sunglasses. So yeah, they actually lower your intelligence, which is kind of funny. But they do raise the defense. They're better than wearing no helmet at all at this point. Man, I'm pretty. And the description is just cool-looking sunglasses. Alright, so that's that knife. Which I think I'm going to switch to. Yeah, it's actually slightly weaker than the short sword, and it does have less reach, but it swings quite a bit faster. So eventually we do get a little bit of a stronger sword. I'll switch to that when we get it, but for now I think I'll stick with this knife. So we're actually back here. Um, but for now, we'll actually just go back up this elevator, which I shouldn't have come down to begin with. So yeah, let's just see if we can get this skeleton to... I'll just go back around, we'll get some more experience by fighting enemies anyway. You're just like shanking a skeleton. That's something you do if you're in a horror setting, right? Just take a knife to the nearest skeleton. Seems legit. You also can't do the, if you're ducking, you can't do like the downward slash with this knife. Ooh. Got him. Okay, so there's the boss room again. There is actually a door in the top right, but we can't get to it till we can turn into a bat. That's one of the gorier death animations that those blood zombies have. So that's actually the way it took to make that big leap. So we actually want to kill these skeletons for the experience first, but then we want to go up this way. And I think this might be another save room here. Yeah. Ah. Oh, I love this weapon. The gem that bounces off the walls. Frankly, the axe is probably still more useful, but for fun, I'll stick with that. Oh, I thought I killed him. Yeah, that's what that does. Yeah, this is like the holy ashes that you can throw on the ground. They continually damage enemies if they step on them. That's actually a pretty good weapon. It's kind of similar to the holy water, which you can also get. So yeah, I think this is the only way we can go. This goes into the marble gallery area, I think. Yep, and there's the holy water. Yeah, stick with that. Should be a save room here. Like the living table enemy. And eventually, when you get the double, I think it's when you get the double jump item, not only can you double jump, but you can actually do like a flying, like a jump kick, basically. That would actually be helpful, like there, where there's enemies below you. Like you could just do the jump kick on that guy. But we might actually be able to get that by the end of this part. We'll see. Again, I'll probably do like each part, you know, an hour and a half maybe. Something like that. So I'm thinking at least 4 parts for the game total. Because, spoiler, when you do clear the first castle, if you get the Holy Glasses item before you fight Richter, you actually then get access to the inverted castle where you can go through the entire game upside down again with stronger enemies. So to do both of those, we can take, you know, 8-10 hours, something like that. So yeah, I'd say at least 4 parts for the video. That last special item we picked up shows damage counter when you attack enemies. Again, another thing where I don't know that really needed to be an item. Maybe should have just been able to see that to begin with. Got him before he could throw his ball. I think those guys are officially known as Skelerangs, but, you know, Bonerang was right there, right? I want the holy water. I actually forget what is through this way. Oh, it's just the shortcut to this area. Just hit the save room here, and then we'll kind of go back. You can also do it. I usually forget that, you know, when I'm in battle, I usually forget to use it, that you do have a slide back move if you push triangle. Like a quick evade, and I think speedrunners actually use that, like, as they're, like, they go through the game as much as possible doing that, because you do actually slide backwards faster than your normal run speed. Oh, this guy is kicking my ass. Oh! What was that? I don't think I even knew he could do that. Whatever he did there. No, that's embarrassing. We shouldn't have to go back too far, at least. Let us go out this evening for pleasure. The night is still young. Blah. Sorry, Tabby. Alright. Let's try that again. Yeah, fortunately we save. That's why you save every chance you can. I think the trick is to, like, not get in front of that guy. Because I think if he sees you, he kicks your ass. No, still want the holy water. Ooh, nice, 400. That's a spicy meatball. As you can probably guess, these things just spawn indefinitely. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh. Yeah, these jumps are just wide enough to be annoying. Like, you can get them, but if you miss just slightly, you're gonna fall. Yeah, so, yeah. One's over here too. Ooh. I think that guy's called Jacko Bones, by the way. When you get, I forget where you get it, but there's an item that shows the enemy names. Yeah, I think that guy is Jacko Bones. There we go. Oh, thought I was gonna block that. Alright, so now we'll take the upper path here. Oh, still want that holy water.
Wait a moment.
Hey, Maria.
You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
What do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we
I
have
say
the
there,
same purpose.
monstrosity. Do you know
I'll
the
trust you
times?
for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again, if you live that long. Farewell.
Some of the more annoying enemies, the flea men. Stick with the diamond thing. Actually, stopwatch is useful. I think there's also a Bible here, which is like a shield type weapon, kind of like a Mega Man, like Leaf Shield or Skull Barrier, that kind of weapon. Stopwatch is always useful. And there's actually a hidden door, and I admit I don't remember how to open it. Did it have something to do with the stopwatch, actually? No, apparently not. Yeah, I forget how you open that. You might not be able to yet. Top or bottom here? I don't remember. Let's do the top first. Yeah, I guess that answers it. Bottom's the way forward for now. There's another hidden door there. This is one of the weirder enemies. Like, I assume the actual monster is the face on the bottom, the like big block that you have to. That's the only part you can hit. So like the woman is like a decoy on the top, I assume. You can actually stand on its back too, but the woman part doesn't take damage. It only damage the lower jaw. Yeah, nice little cool detail background in the background, the big eye looking in through the window. It's a cool little touch. There's a lot of nice little touches like that. And this thing sucks because if those seeds or spits hit you, you turn into stone. Which is not fun. Ah. Meal ticket. I think that gives you a random food item. I'm going to keep that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use that meal ticket now, see what we get. Grapes. Okay. Got any grapes? This is the outer wall area, I believe. Yep. The Zircon you can wear, but it doesn't do anything. It's only useful to sell. I did it. So I think there's wall meat there. Can you go further? Guess not. And of course, everybody's favorite Castlevania enemy, the Medusa heads. This little like lookout room is kind of cool, and again, some nice little extra touches. The bird, the nest down at the bottom there. And you can actually look through the telescope, and I think the first time you look through it, and only the first time, you see the ferryman from Simon's Quest, who we meet later in the game, too. So we'll see him again. And you can, I think if you go back out of the room and back in, you can look through the telescope again, but I think the ferryman is gone. Oh no, it does show, still showing. Maybe it's if you leave the area, the whole outer wall area, maybe then he disappears afterwards. So that's another way we can go when we have the mist form. It's not going to let me jump there, is it? I guess that big guy doesn't respawn. So there's actually a boss fight coming up in this little area. It's the axe guys first. Which these guys have a rare drop of Axe Lord armor, which actually turns it into an Axe Lord, and it's kind of a fun item. Not really useful, but fun anyway. But I think I'm going to set a rule. I'm not going to farm for items on this playthrough. So, like, if we get the Axe Lord armor to play with, or if we get some of the better swords, like the Chrysogrim, which I think is the strongest sword in the game, or the Mournblade, which is the sword that heals when you use it, you can actually sit in the chair in the background. Incidentally, there's a few chairs like that you can actually sit in. But yeah, if we get items like those, great, but I'm not going to intentionally, like, farm to get them. Just for the sake of, the playthrough, plus it'll also add a little bit of extra challenge to not necessarily know if we're going to get those. Yeah, this is the doppelganger enemy, which I think there's two of. I think there's another doppelganger in the inverted castle. And he has the knife throwing item, and he can also already turn into a bat, which is his strongest attack. The bat wing charge, which you can do when you get the bat power yourself. I think it actually counts as a spell. Ooh. I could switch to the short sword, that better range, but we can get him with this knife. And I think we actually get a better sword coming up too. Come on. Like, he actually likes to do the slide back evasion. Yeah, I got him with the axe. Alright. So let's actually double back before we go forward to just use the save room. Just so we don't have to do that fight again. There's some kind of environmental storytelling here too, like the broken down door in the background, and then there's like a bunch of garlic, and then the body hanging, the skeleton hanging there. You know, like what happened in this room? And there's like a broken gate up here that something burst through. That looks like a servant bell there, servant call bell. Yeah, beautiful artwork in this. Like, just look at the marble design on the background there. Alright, so, yeah, this is a little stronger than the short sword or the knife we're using, so we'll switch to the Gladius. It doesn't swing quite as fast as the knife, but you can use it. And another nice little graphical touch, the mouse in the rafter down in the lower right corner there. Oh, I actually got the Axe Lord shield. That's nice. Once we fight this guy, I'll actually equip that, because I think it is better than... well, it's definitely better than the leather shield. I think it's better than a few shields we have coming up. See, again, I'm not going to farm for items like that, but if you get them, you know, it's just gravy. Maybe it makes it a little bit more special, you know, if you just randomly find stuff without intentionally grinding enemies to eventually get them to drop. See, that elevator you have to actually turn on. So this... Is this the library door or the teleport room? If it's the library, we'll actually keep going until we get to the shop. These guys can actually drop a rapier, which is a very good sword for this part of the game. You know, it might almost be worth breaking my no grinding, item grinding rule to get that, but we'll see. Yeah, I love this level, just design-wise. Like, if the skeletons weren't infesting it, this is the level I'd probably want to hang out in. I can just imagine what's in all these books. Imagine the old book smell in this level. It would be incredible. So this is going to be a decent piece of armor versus what we have. To step up anyway. At least we can one-shot our flea men now, which is helpful. Right, so yeah, these enemies are annoying because if they touch you, you get cursed. And if you get cursed, you can't swing your weapon until the curse wears off, which just happened. So you can use an uncurse item, which I think we have one of. And I think you can actually still throw punches if you're barehanded. But yeah, it's annoying. You want to get strong enough to one-shot those guys. So, shield back for now. So I think this is the item that shows the names of enemies. Yeah. Which again, I never really understood why that needed to be an item. I think in later, like, Metroidvania-style games in the Castlevania series, I think that is, like, an automatic ability. I'd have to go back and fight Circle of the Moon or something, but yeah, I think you had that ability from the beginning, to see the enemy names. See, that ledge up there you can't get to until you have the double jump item, and there's actually a third ledge at the very top that you need to be able to turn into a bat to get to. But we can visit the Master Librarian, and he's the chop in this game.
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
So yeah, I always remember lines from this guy, and from Alucard when dealing with him. Like, thank you! What do you need? I'm interested in this.
I'm interested in this.
Thank you.
See, there you go. So,
I'm interested in this.
we want the Jewel of Open for sure.
Thank you.
Grab the map.
Thank you.
What else should we get while we're here? We have 3,467. We could get the medal, which is a little bit of a boost, but that would pretty much blow out our budget. The leather hat. The velvet hat increases intelligence, which I think in turn increases spell power. Well, we'll get a library card, which actually warps you back to the librarian here. We'll get that for now. We could get the second cloak. I guess that's about all. Like, that's the best thing we can get, probably, is the second cloak, so we'll go ahead and get that.
Farewell for now.
Farewell for now. So equip that. Sort that. So if you go into system, it has the blue with a purple lining and this cloak. If you go into system, you can't actually reverse it, so it's purple with the blue lining. That's the gimmick with the reverse cloak. That kind of looks cool. We'll stick with the reverse setting, I guess. Alright, so again, we can't get up there for now. Which, unfortunately, that means there's not a save point accessible right now in the library. So we'll have to go back to the outer wall and save, but for now we want to go out there anyway. I'm just going to fight these for the experience. Which I guess was worth it. At least they gave you the uncurse item right next to these things. Ah. Ah, what a horrible night to have a curse. You had to know that one was coming, right? So yeah, it does wear off after a few seconds, so you can swing your weapon again, but it's annoying. And again, I think if you take your weapon off, I think you can actually still throw punches barehanded. So I said no farming. I am gonna go through this room, I think, 1 or 2 more times just to see if I can get that rapier, because that is a very good sword for a little while. I'm not gonna, keep doing it, but so I got the armor, which we don't need. That's actually, I always wish we could sell, like, at least duplicates of armor and stuff like that, because it's just stuck in your inventory for the rest of the game, like 3 of that armor. And you never, at any point, need more than one, so I don't know why they couldn't, now we have 4 of them. I don't know why they couldn't make it so you can sell off the extras, at least. The only thing you can sell are the gemstones. 2 more times we'll do this room. These 3 guys, just to see. We'll get a few extra uncurses too, which is helpful. So once more. No dice. Oh well. We'll keep going. At least we got the Axe Lord Shield, that's pretty cool. I don't always get that item. I think that's a fairly rare drop. They actually have like a Donkey Kong reference with the skeleton ape that throws barrels. And I remember there's guys with muskets up here, and I remember there's a rumor, it might have even been like as long ago as like the AOL gaming message boards. There was a rumor that there was like an extremely rare drop from those guys that was a musket that you could use. I'm pretty sure there's no truth whatsoever to that, but I remember that being a rumor anyway. They do drop the magic missiles. Yeah, another little detail, the hanging skeleton outside there. He's like hanging from his leg too. What a way to go. And good, more Medusa heads. That's what we needed. Oh. Got him. The tan Medusa heads, or yellow ones, whatever you want to call that color, they actually turn you to stone if they hit you. And if you are stone and get hit by another Medusa head that flies past, they can actually do a lot of damage. Alright, so that elevator is working now. This is like a very tricky jump. This is almost like you can just walk over it jump in Ninja Turtles, except you can't just walk over it here. Like, if you can time it just right, you can jump over there to get that base, but it's very tricky, and I don't think I'm going to do it. So we'll come back to that when we have the ability to turn into a bat, and then we can get it easily. Yeah, I'll just give up on that. And before we go through that door, I think it's just a save room up here, but we'll use it. Okay, so I don't think we can go too far into this next area now, but we'll check it out anyway. The clock tower, yeah. We can't actually get into the clock tower yet, I don't think, but this has awesome music too. I think this is called the Tragic Prince, this track, but here it comes. Alright. Sometimes you just have to rock out, right? And this is gonna collapse. Actually, this area would have been good to use that Bible item in. Because again, that's a shield. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get up there without the jump stone. Yeah, I think that's all we can do here now. Other than fight the skull from Stone Cold Steve Austin's t-shirt. So we do have the Jewel of Open, so we can actually open those two blue sealed doors in the, where were they? One was in the, I think the Alchemy Lab, one was in the Marble Gallery. And I think we can use the teleport room to get to some of those a little more quickly, so we'll do that. Nope, still missed it. Fight this guy. Later in the game, you fight this guy, and the later version of him, like his spirit, after you beat him, his spirit comes out and starts swinging the sword. Like the broken sword it starts using, but this early one, you just have to fight the one time. See, I think this is the, oh, actually, before we go through there, since the elevator door is open, we can get the wolf item here. So we can actually turn into a wolf now. I've always found that to be the least useful of the three forms you can get, but it's good to have anyway. I think there is a special move you can do with it, which I think is on that list of spells. So before we stop, I'll make sure to unlock that. So, where am I? That's pretty good. We can get through the one locked door this way. The other one's in the Marble Gallery. Can you hit that button with the axe? No, I guess not. Another short sword that we don't need. I don't want that. Okay, so is that... Yeah, that's actually the hallway we want. Down here. So yeah, we can actually go through this door now. I'm gonna take the axe back. Oh, it's Maria again.
So, we meet again, Alucard.
It seems
It
so.
seems so.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle is different than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos. It may take many incarnations.
So I can't trust my memories, huh? Oh well, I'll do my best. Good luck.
Gotta come up with an excuse for the castle being different in each game, right? Yeah, save room already. So yeah, this is the long stairway that we can sell. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of items up at the top that we can't reach yet. Oh, these things are annoying because you actually want to make sure that you kill the one on top first, because if you kill the one on the bottom first, it'll the one on top will roll down the stairs and become a hazard. Let's see what that revolver mask does for us. Intelligence up and defense up. So yeah, we'll wear that. I don't think I knew that. You actually find a ballroom mask later, I believe, but I didn't remember these guys dropping it. So that might just be a lucky dip there. Oh. And you want to get before he does that lunge move. And of course, this one just has the spiked wall above it, so. Alright, so this enemy, you actually, I'll show you what it is. But you can and kind of want to kill that before you get too close, because it's easier to kill it with, like, you know, Tetra Spirit or something like that. We'll actually use that anyway, but yeah, you can use that to wipe it out before its swords come out, basically. So here, I screwed that up. Yeah, actually, I don't even need to fight that to get up that scaffolding. But yeah, here are goggles. Let's see if they're better or worse than the ballroom mask. Uh, Intelligence boost, but lower defense. I don't know. I almost feel like I might want the intelligence boost because that makes your spells. I believe that makes your spells more powerful. That being said, the goggles don't prevent like any status effects, like you kind of think of the goggles in Final Fantasy VI that prevent the darkness effect. Yeah, here they don't do anything. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Is that a teleport room through that door? If it is, we might want to unlock that first. Oh no, it's just you can't actually go any further, but that's the arena area. But we did get the Knight Shield, which normally is the second shield you get, but we already got that Axe Lord shield, which is better, so we'll stick with the one we're using. Alright, so let's see if we can get this without the swords coming out. Nice. So this is a little confessional over here, and this is kind of neat, because if you sit here, a ghostly priest comes, and you want to duck if the one with the tan cloak shows up, because that one attacks you the one with the blue cloak, at least the first time I see him, he drops an item. So let's see if we can get the Blue Priest. There he is. Oh, he didn't drop it. Huh. I thought he was supposed to drop grape juice. But yeah, you can also sit on the other side, and I think the red dress woman, yeah, I think she just cries until you get up, and then there's one in, I think, a blue dress that attacks you. There it is. Huh. That's weird. I don't know why it didn't drop the first time, but yeah, that's a healing item. I think that might be the only grape juice in the game. Don't quote me on that. Skelerangs. I don't think I ever saw that. He, like, cowers in fear from you. I almost feel bad about that. I mean, some skeletons just want to throw their boomerangs in peace, right? It's almost like a "Am I the baddie?" moment. Like, I had one of those in Fallout 3. There's like the Rune College campus you can find in Fallout 3 that's full of super mutants, and I remember I was fairly strong at that point when I found that. Like, my character had good weapons and stuff, and yeah, when I found the college full of super mutants, my character, I had to just, blow them all up. And then I was thinking, well, maybe those super mutants just wanted to get an education and improve themselves, and here I come blowing them up. Am I actually the good guy? Because I always, not always, I guess, but I generally play good characters in games like Fallout or Elder Scrolls or any of those. Like, I don't play evil characters, really, in those. But, yeah, it was like a "Am I the baddie?" moment. Oh, money. Good money. So, yeah, this Huntress ghost up here, she randomly and rarely drops. I think it's just called the Hunter Sword, but I think it's actually an even better version of the rapier that those skeletons in the library can drop. If I remember right. I'm running a little bit low on health, aren't I? But yeah, it's rare for her to drop it. Can't go that way yet. She's taking a fair number of hits here, too. Oh. Alright, that's helpful, because I was a little lower on health than I wanted to be. Strength potion, that silver plate we probably want to equip. Yeah. Alright, so 2 doors. This is actually the door you want to go through, but I think we want to check out the lower one first. And actually get that money again, too. Oh, well, that was worthwhile. See, I just feel bad now. I'm not gonna attack him. He can throw his boomerangs in peace. Ooh, what did that drop? A red bean bun. I don't even know if I knew about that item. Money. Now, why would a crow be carrying a red bean gun? That doesn't really make sense, does it? Oh. So I'm thinking we might try to get the leaf stone and then maybe call it for this part. I'm looking at the clock and I have an hour 20 so far. But getting the leaf stone and maybe then going back to the library and going back to the shop, and we could actually go to that second tier in the library with the leaf stone. So maybe we'll do that, go to the shop, and then call it a night. And the thing with her is you don't want to, like, defeat her while she's outside the wall, in case she does drop that sword. She dropped money, I'm not gonna bother going down to get that. Alright, so should be the way forward. There must be a chart somewhere that tells how much HP, like the red bean bun and the grape juice and the food items will restore, because some of them are like so low they're not even worth using. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use the Bible in this hallway, because I'm getting torn up here. You know, I think I want to stick with the Bible for this area with all these flying enemies. You know, you talk about your Bible, you talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." So I think the third bell tower has another item at the top. Oh my god. Alright, I need to use something. Let's use one of these potions. Oh. I don't think I want to fight that. That's a boss. I need to at least heal before I fight that, so... what am I... what the hell? How did I end up with the... shield on my attack button? Alright, I'll use the 2 wall meats, because you can get more of those. Alright, so let's try this. Oh, and this is a flying boss, too. Now I wish I had the axe back. Oh well. Let's see what we can do. I don't remember what happens if the exit ways hatch. It can't be anything good. Yeah, actually, if you can duck under when it goes for that flame attack, you can duck under and then turn the Bible on. That's actually some nice extra damage. there we go. Like the right in the background here too, that painting in the background. It's very cool.
Impressive. You're very
You know,
strong.
apparently you already got past that thing.
What
You
is
could
it
have
you
helped me fight
want?
it.
You didn't come
I
here
mean,
to tell me
apparently you're
that.
pretty badass if you already got past
You're
it.
right. Do you know the
Maria.
name Richter Belmont?
Of the Belmont clan? Of course, but
He disappeared about a year ago,
Castlevania
and I'm
3,
sure
Sprite for
he's here.
Forever.
If you see him,
Zelda, which is the
please let
first
me
game
know.
Alucard appeared in.
as you wish, my
Alucard
love.
was one of the
Thank you.
3 playable helper
So, you
characters
do know
in
how to be a
Castlevania 3
gentleman.
Dracula's Curse on NES, along with Grant and Slifer. Alright, so yeah, we want to go to the top here. Ooh. Oh, crow. Oh, sword. Come on. There we go. Smoke sword. Cutlass. Let's see what it does. Nice potion. Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a nice boost to damage. So, yeah, we want to turn that, switch to that cutlass. Let's see what's in the bottom first. Oh, save room. We will partake in that. And that's the only other way we can go from here. There is still the blue door in the marble gallery, but I think we'll save that for next time. We'll see about getting the leaf stone here and then go back to the library. That's the leaf stone right there. I'll stick with the gem. This is actually a fun room to use the gem in. Not an effective room to use it in, because it just bounces around, but fun nonetheless. Yeah, I don't know, that gem, it's fun to use, but it's not as effective, I don't think, as, you know, the axe, or in certain situations, even the Bible. Items like those. Alright, so before we go for the leaf stone, I think this is actually a teleporter room here, so we'll open that. So we can use it later. Yeah. You okay? Fast asleep. I don't remember what's here. Is this the Cursed Dark Sword? I think that's like kind of not really a gag item, but kind of in that vein. I don't think it works on some enemies. And its attack power is fairly low. I don't really know what the point of it is, but alright, so let's get that leaf stone. I think that's about all we can do in this area for now, anyway. Ah. That's annoying. Got him. Who rides a goose anyway? Yeah, and there's the leaf stone, so we can do a double jump move now, and we can also, I think we can do it. Yeah, there's that drop kick or jump kick move we can do. And we can get some more meat. don't think there's much else we can do in this area yet. I think you need to be able to turn into a bat to get much further here. Yeah. Alright, so let's use a library card. Which we have one of. And that drops us right outside the Master Librarian's room. Before we go to him, let's go to that second ledge, which we can reach with the Leaf Stone now. Ooh, big money bag. Nice. Actually, before we even go to that ledge, let's kind of loop around, fight these things, see if we can get any good drops from them. Kind of fight everything here. And then we'll come back, do the ledge, and then we'll go to the librarian. Ah. Alright, we can get those in 2 hits now, at least, instead of 3. So that's nice. And we got a couple extra life verses. So yeah, we'll just kind of go out to the library entrance, and then we'll go back. Gotta fight everything again. I actually don't know now if it's even worth getting the rapier. I don't remember if it is higher or lower attack than the cutlass we have. I just want to keep dropping the hide clarises. I know the rapier is the rarer drop, but still. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so yeah, that's... we can get to that with the double jump, obviously. I think there's... is it this way, or is it the upper tier that there's a boss fight? I think it's this way. I think this kind of goes all the way deep into the library. So we might as well finish this area as much as we can. Again, there's still an upper level that we can't get to yet. Oh boy, this room is annoying. Didn't even mean to summon that, but I'll take it. I think we... is it the mist form that's down here after the boss fight? It's either the mist or the bat. But we'll go up first. I think the boss is down. I can't reach that. Oh, we can get to it from this side. These armored fleet men suck. Stone mask, we can sit here if we want. Doesn't do anything, but you can, and then you can actually push this bookcase. And there's a couple more items here. Topaz Circlet, Holy Rod. Put my shield back on. Actually, the Holy Rod we may want to use on the boss, at least. Let's see what the Stone Mask and the Circlet do. So that just increases our defense. That actually drops our defense, but restores HP by poison and increases our intelligence quite a bit. So I think we're going with the Circlet. Yeah, this is like the back stock room that everything just got crammed into. Looks like there's a safe back there, like above where I am now. This is such a cool level. And again, like in all of this game, there's so many interesting little touches and things to see in the background. Like, it really is a gorgeous game. Just in terms of art design and such. I can actually, because they drop blood, I'm going to turn on Dark Metamorphosis and try to recoup some of the HP they're knocking off of me here. Should have gotten healed by that second Dark Metamorphosis, and I didn't for some reason. Maybe it's wearing off. I'm still glowing.
Dark Metamorphosis!
Oh, that's the boss. Oh, oh no. Oh no, that's not good. I don't think this guy's actually all that strong, but I get caught by him. Got him. Nice. God, look at that background. Wonder what all those books are. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with the stopwatch. Takemitsu, Onyx, Hamburger, Frankfurter. Still no mist. Where do you get the mist? I was thinking you could, maybe it's a mist power-up that you get through that door. Where do you get the actual mist form, though? I was thinking it was here. Let's check out those items we picked up. I should have used the Holy Rod on that boss that I said I was going to. Didn't. A two-handed sword isn't bad. Let's switch to the Holy Rod for now. Yeah, I should have used it on that demon boss because I think it does extra damage on that. Oh well. Alright, so we'll go back to the Master Librarian now. The downside of the Holy Rod is it is slow. So, I'll bypass this for now. We'll come back to the save room after we go to the shop, the librarian. What can I do for you?
I'm interested.
I'm interested in this.
Thank you.
Alright, so we should be able to get some good stuff now. So the Ring of Palace or Pales, we want one of those.
Thank you.
We might even want two of those. Let's see what else we can get first. That circlet's going to be outclassed by the one we're wearing, the Topaz circlet, so I won't bother with that. We don't need that. We don't need that. That we can't afford. There's the shield, but it's expensive. Damascus sword is actually not as strong as the Holy Rod. Yeah, I mean, you could still get it for when you want to use something that's not the Holy Rod, but yeah, I'll stick with the rod for now. So we could get the Elven Cloak. We could get a second Ring of Pales or a Metal. Yeah, do that. Do that, and we'll get a library card, and that should blow out our budget.
Thank you. Farewell for now.
Alright, so we'll equip some stuff. Yeah. There we go. That, unfortunately, it's not quite as cool a color scheme, but I guess that was about it. That's pretty good. Yeah, not a bad setup for now. So we'll go back to the save point. Yeah, I think I'll call it tonight there. Let's make one last pass through the library. Let's, beat everything, and then we'll hit the save point. At least we don't have to go back out to the outer wall to get to a save point now. Again, it's probably not even worth getting the rapier at this point because the Holy Rod is probably stronger. I may still want to get the Damascus sword at some point, just to have a decent weapon that, is a little faster than the Holy Rod. But we'll probably find something good anyway soon, so yeah, it might not be worth it. Oh yeah, we'll just kind of make a little gas here. At least with the Holy Rod, we can one-shot these ectoplasms, so avoid the curse effect they do. Probably the first thing we'll want to do on the next session is go back to the Marble Gallery. I forget what is behind the sealed blue door there, but we'll find out next time anyway. That might actually just be the way to, Warlock's quarters or some other area anyway. So yeah, we have a pretty good setup, I think, for equipment. We have, some nice buff accessories now. We got the Elven Cloak, which is a stronger cloak. I think that's the best one until we get the Crystal Cloak, which probably won't be for a little while yet. Armor's decent. We got that Axe Lord shield, which is kind of a rare drop, and we got the Holy Rod. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. We're relatively close to a level up too, so I'll take it. So that's a good place to leave off, I think. So we'll pick up hopefully next week with another session of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. But yeah, great game. Great playing it again. Hello. You woke up. Come here, baby. Here, say hello to the perhaps as many as tens of people that are watching this. Um, I should do a board game episode again because those are actually the videos that have gotten me the most hits. I mean, I'm a small time channel, but you know, it's still nice to see views grow for videos. And every once in a while, one will hit the algorithm. I had a what was it? One of my card videos. I opened a pack of wacky packages, uh, trading cards or card stickers. And for some reason, that must have hit the algorithm a little bit. I mean, it's not huge viewership, but I got a couple hundred hits on it, so I'll take it. Um, but yeah, my board game videos, especially for Final Girl, have definitely been my biggest. And I just recently got season 3 of Final Girl, and I haven't played any of them yet. I never did any videos even for the season 2 scenarios. So yeah, I haven't done one of those in a long, long time, but I'll have to do a Final Girl play video again. Because again, those have done well, actually, for me, by my standard. I've gotten a few thousand hits on a few of those. Um, so yeah, we'll do that soon. But yeah, Symphony of the Night, we'll pick this up, hopefully in the next week or so. Do a part 2. And again, I'm thinking at least 4 parts to get through the game, maybe more than that, maybe 5 or 6. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's always a good one to pop in and play through. It's been a few years, and yeah, it's a great game. Great design, great art design, and art direction. What more can you say? It deserves its reputation, I think. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for now. So thanks for joining. Join again next time, hopefully, and we'll see you. Have a good night. Hit like, hit subscribe if you have not done those already, and we'll see you again. Have a good night.